I was not expecting that.
Check. Oh. 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Hello.
Here.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, I started.
Yo.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, look at us, bro.
That's
Like,
so
look at
nice.
on the couch.
That's
for the
so
first
Really
time.
happening?
It's
Like
really
after 3
happening.
months, we're talking about it.
That was your fault, eh? Don't get
How
me.
the fuck is it my fault?
Vabbè. Buongiorno. Welcome back to the Midnight Kebab channel. We're here with 4 Italians, well, 3.5 Italians. Let's say.
Actually, one Italian,
One Italian.
one Bangla grew up in Italy, one half Dutch and half Italian.
One half.
One half.
Mix of the world that spent some years in Italy.
Overall
Okay.
Italian.
Yeah, overall, like
Italian,
majority
yeah.
here is.
Yeah. But Nico, I always thought you were Italian until the other day you said something in the WhatsApp group. Like, what's your situation with your nationality?
Actually, my father is Dutch.
Oh,
He's from
okay.
Maastricht, but
Maastricht.
I was born and raised in Italy. But
Whoop,
thanks
Maastricht.
to my father's nationality, I also have the passport from Netherlands. so-
Nice.
Wait, so you were showing your Dutch passport? I thought it was your Italian passport and you were just showing us something. I didn't actually see what the
No,
video
that's a Dutch passport.
Okay.
You should check his messages, man. That's rude.
I have full rights in this country.
They can't kick you out.
They can kick me out.
But yeah, okay. So it's been a while, but we're back here rolling again. We got Francesco, who is a photographer. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I would say amateur photographer, like starting photographer. Like I had worked in the past with a bit of photography, like started doing some things, but maybe we can talk about it also later. I don't know.
Of course.
But yeah, I would say amateur photographer. Right?
Wait, so you're a photographer, but then what do you do like in life? Like you have a job, or like what are you also doing? Kind of because you're a DJ from.
Yeah, I'm a techno DJ, but for the moment it's still a side thing. I work full time in a travel agency, and we organize congresses for Scandinavian company, so like Norway and so on. Long story short, they come to us because they need hotel, restaurants, transfers, activities, whatever they need. They book through us, so we book for a price, but we sell with a commission on top.
Cool.
Dope.
Yeah, it's cool.
So you both grew up in Italy.
Well, yeah,
Kind of.
I lived my whole life in Rome until like a certain point where my father decided that he wanted to have for him and for all the family an experience outside of Italy.
Yeah.
So we moved for 5 years in Maastricht.
And was that sad to move out of Italy? Were
I
you
would say
crying, or-
I would say I was crying like a little baby in the corner the first day.
So nothing new. You still do that.
something.
The first day, then the second day,
The
you found a
second day
coffee shop.
the second day I arrived, I got already the shirt from my favorite coffee shop. No jokes, but yeah, it was an experience that I admit it taught me a lot and shaped the person that I am right now. So yeah, it was really nice, really. But then moved back to Rome. So
Okay. So yeah, and then you moved back here.
so I mean, it's a lot of back and forward. I would say
right.
a lot of back and forward.
But what made you decide to come like this last time? Why are you here now?
I think this time I had some people influencing my choices, obviously, because I had some friends living here in the Netherlands that helped me decide to come back. But the main reason was to a bit of spark up like again the light off and the
joy.
passion and the joy in doing photography as well, and
weed
exploring
as well,
the joints, the
Spark up the
weed,
joints.
the spark
the
up
joints.
those, spark those. But yeah, I would say it was the main reason to come back here to find inspiration as well. So
And that's interesting because I hear a lot of people say, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but for me at least, it's like, I love Rome. I love the people in Rome. I love Italy more as like a place to live. But for me, there was no opportunities there. And here it just feels like everything moves so much quicker, right?
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
Yeah?
I completely agree with that. Maybe also Nico, he saw it as well. He sees it as well.
So yeah, in Italy, fortunately, the opportunities are very few. Most of the time are given to peoples that knows other people. Instead, here in the Netherlands, there's more meritocracy. So if you work something, you can make your own way.
Right. This is why I have a lot more money than Niloy. Because it's a meritocracy.
This guy is a genius. He's a genius, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so it's like in Italy, the opportunities are more.
Yeah.
Like if you know someone,
You know.
yeah.
It's more about, I think, recommendation in Italy.
I mean,
Right.
it is like this everywhere in the world at the end.
Of course.
Everyone prefer to give a chance
But
to someone.
I mean, I think you're right. Like here, I had like somewhere to start in terms of all my different projects. Right. In Italy, I wouldn't know where the fuck to go. Like I wouldn't know the first person to ask about starting a podcast or like
Because
an
here,
event company or something. Like
also with my experience here, what I have is kind of like, this is the first time I see people creating their own things like from scratch. And I have seen that being done in Italy as well, but it's like so much harder. Like people generally don't know who to go for or like what person to ask.
But
So-
also like where to start from the beginning. Like for example, as a photographer, when I moved back to Italy, like I wouldn't know who to ask to do pictures for them as a, I don't know, portrait or just even to like train on it a bit more,
Right.
So it's, I don't know, like I think like artists are left a bit behind in Italy. Not only DJs or photographers, but also in general artists like singers and street performers who tried, like they all come here at the end of the day, or other
or
countries.
Germany. Huh?
Or Germany or Spain, other countries,
What's like the DJ scene in Italy? Because like there is a little bit of a scene there, no?
Yeah, but so is in Italy is kind of difficult to make a living through that thing, especially if you play techno or anything that goes is in the techno world. I mean, all the big names from Italy made their names abroad, like in Ibiza, London, Berlin, Amsterdam, because in Italy, first of all, everyone goes to the club for commercial music, like reggaeton, radio hits, whatever, because the goal is not to have fun, but to like find
A partner.
exactly.
Yeah, mostly like that.
Everyone goes to the club not for to dance, to enjoy the moment, but just to find a girl or a man or whatever.
Okay.
So that's why they prefer the commercial music, because they feel like, if there is reggaeton, then it's gonna be full of girls, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And actually it is, but I cannot say the opposite. But
yeah, it's a different thing, I guess. Like at least I live in like Via Ostiense, and there in the summer they have like in Garbatella like some outdoor.
Yeah, they
thing,
have the
what's it called?
not Rock in Roma. It's
One of these-
it's an event that they do a park
Bro,
in
I'm
the
sorry,
park.
but like the DJs were so
They was
shit,
terrible,
bro.
man.
No, but
And
so shit. Like, I
I've gone
swear.
like at least 5 times now, right? Because it's down the street, and I'm home in the summer vacation. I'm gonna go check it out, and every time but the music is just terrible. Like I don't know, like not only like from a taste point of view, but technically the DJs there don't know what the fuck they're doing. So
exactly.
that's my only experience with that. So I don't know if that's the whole country, but
no, it's the same also in the north side of it.
Yeah?
I think like looking also from the south side, since my grandparents are from the south side, and I have managed to go sometimes to, for example, Gallipoli, which is one of the main cities in the south where they do parties. Like, yeah, it's only commercial or Latin music or hip hop. There's not that expression of techno and house music like there is here, and the exposure is completely different, I think.
I mean, there are also very good and nice club in Italy for techno, because like you can mention Cocorico from Riccione, Bolgia from Bergamo, or Clorofilla in Puglia. There's also a place in Catania called Afro Bar. There are some clubs,
okay,
but it's everything is so like as underground thing. It's not,
so it's just the scene is not as big.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here in North Europe, they prefer to dance, to go to the club and the techno, also because, I mean, it's difficult to find like don't want to be offensive, but I cannot see like a pop song in Dutch, you know.
But you said something really interesting before as well, where kind of like you said in Italy there's only commercial music and the DJs are doing commercial. So is it that most DJs also kind of play commercial music? Like, is there a bit of a passion that goes into that, or is it just like I want to play what's popular so I can just make money?
And they do it for the ego, first of all.
Yeah,
because
I was going to say that I think the motivation is just very different in those two different party scenes, right? Like the Italian, I think it's just for the ego and to have a good time, but in your own way. And here, that also exists in some clubs like Escape or whatever, but you have a lot bigger scene of people doing it for the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when a DJ, I mean, it's cool to play also commercial music. And there's nothing against it, but you really see when someone do it, as we are already talking, they do it for the fame, to become famous, to be in the middle of attention, or if they do it because they genuinely enjoy what they're doing. And you can see first how they play, because if they go just switch off a song, I mean, whoa.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Great transition.
Whoa. Great.
So do you do it for your ego or because you like the music?
Good question, Matt.
I mean, at the end, it's always for the ego.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't wanna sound too loud about that. Because first, I really like what the techno music. It's already like 7 or 8 years that I'm doing that, and I started doing that first because I just like. I mean, I begin by just producing music, and then I also had the chance to start playing in a small club in my city in Trentino. Then I have a couple years of stop because I went to live in London, then in Milano. Then COVID arrived, so not 2 years, but 4 years of stop. And until this February, I was kind of busy in 3 cities, Brescia, Bergamo, and Verona, by playing around. But then I had to argue with like 90% of the promoters I was working with. So I decided, you know what? Fuck off.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go in my hometown.
Okay. So you do it a bit more for the music, and you have some cred now because you've been doing it for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
I heard Niloy tried to learn how to DJ from you.
How did that go? How's the lesson? You teaching me?
I mean, boy.
Where do I start?
Yeah, after 1 hour you cannot learn everything, but
No,
you're a
of
good
course.
student.
Thank you. That's all that matters, bro.
Don't ask me to show you how to do photography.
Oh, bro, I
please.
can already do your job. Your job is so easy. I just go like some of the pages that you worked for, the people that you work. I've seen the photos. They picked 1 or 2 from mine that I've took as well from the
Pretty sure your job is just to walk around with a camera on you somewhere, right? That's why you brought it to the
It's carrying a heavy weight and going around people and be like, "Oh, yo, smile, please."
But that begs to like question is like, what kind of differentiates you from other photographers? It's like, why should people be hiring you for your photos? Why are you special?
I think I don't want to put myself out there as a special person. I do like to be humble because like I am starting as well. So not like Nico that has been doing this for a long time. I have been just starting in my way through it. And I would say like what I can notice from the pictures that I've been doing right now with clubs and with events and with parties is that I feel like I can capture a precise moment where people are happy and they don't think about anything else. They're just thinking about the music or what they're having fun or the conversation they're having with their friend.
And how do you do that? Is it because you're really good at spotting it and then clicking the button at the right time?
I would say yes.
Or is it because you look so good that people are just smiling? You know?
I would say the first option, even though like my girlfriend would say that the second one would be the most valuable one.
I actually think it has something to do with it.
Oh, you're sure?
You need to have a personality where people feel like, oh yeah, I want to be on a photo instead of like, who is this?
Yeah, of course. That's what
I think you're great. Yeah.
I've been trying to practice that as well because like I think from my first event when I worked with Unit 240 at the Patronat, I felt a bit more more shy because it was my first time actually in a club with people that I didn't know. Instead, working with, again, Unit 240 on the Get Well event, I just felt way more comfortable going up to people and be like, oh yeah, sure, let's take a picture for you. Or like,
your pictures were very nice.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate
very
it.
good.
I have to agree. Yeah, like your
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think I could do a better job.
When the thing will go forward, you can be my apprentice or my assistant if you like.
Okay, fine. Fine.
He just carries around the batteries.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll do that. It's fine. As long as you pay me like the big bucks, I'm good, bro.
And Nico, if you need somewhere to rest your headphones, you know, you can always
I'm looking for jobs, bro. I need better jobs in life.
Private assistant.
Private assistant. It's the same as this podcast, by the way.
In life, you know, I have some like solid jobs where I don't have to do much. Shit just gets done, and it's so nice, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy how you think, eh? That things just get done.
They just get done.
I want to say something about this.
Yeah, no, please go ahead.
This guy is too lucky in his life.
This is such a common theme of this podcast. It's just
this guy.
shit-talking Niloy.
Every time I talk with this guy, he's found a
crazy.
way to just continue living life without caring about the boundaries of government or taxes or
Why is it that somehow in every podcast, like I get bullied somehow? There's like a small segment.
People recognize it.
Exactly.
That's all, man.
People appreciate the way that you live life.
It's like,
we all wish we could live the way you live life.
Yes, exactly.
you know, you made it in life when you've got haters, bro. And all I see around me is haters.
Look at the comments down there.
No, but like, how do you do it? Like, how do you put so
I've
little
got genuine
effort into your
haters,
life?
actually. Wait, sorry. Do you remember that one episode that we put out about Eminem and I said some stuff? You know?
That was
and
my...
then I got fucking hate from Eminem fans. Bro.
No.
Like they were like, if I saw you in person, I would beat you up type shit, you know?
You know that was my half brother, right? I'm not kidding, bro.
I know.
And I had to respond like, hey, yo, calm down. It's just a podcast. And he was like, yo, who's writing these comments, man? It's like, it's me, bro.
Do you as an artist ever get hate?
What, sorry?
Like, do you as an artist, when you DJ, do you ever get like hate from people that say that, you know, what you're doing is like not actually good or it's bad? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like most of the time, it's about people that generally don't enjoy the music I'm playing. So they come and ask me to change the song, like, you know, with song request, I mean. Okay, song request is another topic for every DJ.
I've met some that say never. Is that also your rule or?
Yeah. So
okay.
wait. If they ask me to completely change the music genre, is a no.
Yeah. Okay.
And especially the way they come to you, because most of the time they are already drunk.
Yeah.
They feel like invisible. They have no respect. They just see you just a guy with pressing buttons and push the hands up. Okay, so nobody really respect what you're doing. So they come to you, hey, can you put reggaeton? No.
Why are you laughing, man? This is terrible.
It happens a lot. I've seen that shit.
I cannot say bad words, but no.
No, of course.
But if it comes to me like a person and came out with an interesting request, like a techno producer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I have it, I always play it because I'd be like, whoa, okay. This one got culture.
Okay, again.
If I have the song in my USB, I will play it.
Cool.
Obviously, at the beginning, there must be always a respect. Also, I think for you, Francesco, if a group of people comes to you,
take a picture. I'll be like, okay, slow down. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're gonna do your DJ set later, I cannot ask for certain songs.
Reggaeton is
Oh, what is this app? I've seen like a few people do it, like where they have an app that they write something and then they like try to show the DJ.
Oh, I've seen it as well.
I don't know the name of the app, but
okay. But is it common that people use this thing, like they use their phones to show you the name of the song, or
no, they just come they just try their way to arrive in the booth.
You need better security.
Usually on those signs, it's just people looking for drugs. Yeah. Most of the times, like, I haven't seen much song requests.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty annoying. Like, but when you say like hate, like how does that look like? Like, has people stopped you after the show and been like, "Hey man, you're a terrible DJ" or something, or like what's a horror story maybe that you have?
Bad story. Okay, let me think about it.
No pressure.
Okay, then if you want to talk about another topic, I will think
we'll
about
come back
it.
to
Yeah,
that.
okay.
What's the worst experience you've had as a photographer?
As a photographer,
Me taking your camera and
Niloy stealing the camera.
Niloy stealing the camera. We put it at number first.
You were a madman, by the way, that night.
Doing what?
Jumping in the DJ booth, just unannounced.
I got permission from one of the members of Unit 240 to do that.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. You know, at the end there was even like, because there's like 3 or 4 people that might have jumped in. You know,
Yeah.
one of them was under the part that you couldn't see under the table, and he was just sitting down there hiding.
What?
And then when another DJ came to back, he grabbed the legs of him and scared the shit out of him.
But was this like a guy that everybody knew?
But yeah,
Yeah.
just a madness.
I would say worst experience. I was thinking about it. I think it was during because when I started doing photography, I started in Maastricht, and one day I had to do pictures for a protest that they were doing in Maastricht, and they are actually on the website if you guys go and check it out.
What protest was it?
It was a protest about a Palestinian guy that was being forced to move away from from all the
Respect.
family. All the family was
Respect.
forced to move like away from them from the town. And the government
Palestine.
yeah, I think so. Palestine. I don't remember like specifically, but I think it was that. And so they did a whole protest and they walked around the whole town, holding signs and everything. And while I was taking pictures for that, I remember just somebody like from outside of the crowd, just like being against it and shouting, and it just made the whole situation a bit uncomfortable in that moment.
Right.
So I would say that was my worst experience right now, because as I said, working for now in the area of taking pictures, it has been all amazing. Like I would have never dreamed of doing this before. And
No, true. When I remember when I first met you in Rome, like the difference between the sort of ideas and goals you had back then and the goals and ideas you have now is like quite big.
Yeah, no, it was a big change. No, like because we met also when I was doing my second year there already out of the 3 before coming back here, and it was in a moment in life in which I wasn't really sure what to do. Like I was just changing things every time, doing a job, doing uni, doing a job. It was a weird moment.
You were studying Japanese or something?
Yeah, not Japanese. I was trying
Chinese. Okay.
Chinese.
Sorry.
Was Francesco was Italian. That's all I remember for now.
What does it mean?
I am Francesco and I'm from Italy.
So you went to university to learn,
I tried.
the first 2 lines
You
of a
could have Google
language.
translated that, just like memorized it.
Roma 3, Roma 30. Grande Roma 30.
Wait, but so you guys, would you say that like now coming to Amsterdam, it's kind of like opened something in you guys where like you see there's like something you guys want to chase now, something more, giving you guys more like passion?
Yeah. I mean, if you really get into the vibe of the city, you like start to live, I mean, not without boundaries, but you see like there's potential if you have an idea, because this city really gives you that sense of being accepted, of freedom. And mostly, as we were discussing previously, you see that if you have a good idea, maybe you put in work and actually you maybe can find your way to concretize your project. Especially if you want to do something in the entertainment thing, I see that it's full of opportunities here. So.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like here, the entertainment industry is just completely different and completely more accessible to everybody, I would say.
Are you guys planning to do something more together?
Yeah,
Like-
we have been, since me and Nicolas, we like, let's start from the beginning. Me and Nicolas met through my job.
Yeah,
from my through
True.
my
I never
job.
got this story actually.
Through my
Have
job.
you been to the hostel yet?
Yeah, he's been.
I went-
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah,
Everyone been in
the
the
worst thing. Don't come to this hostel, guys.
Really?
Please, don't come.
I had
It's
a
a
great
cool
time.
hostel. It's a really cool hostel.
Well, it might be the worst one in Amsterdam, but position-wise,
Position-wise, the
amazing.
best.
priceless.
So it's what you value.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, so we met through the hostel because he arrived here and I already started working there as my first job. And yeah, I think we grown fond of each other also through the perspective of doing something in the entertainment industry together. And we have been thinking lately of putting forward an idea of, I would say,
So we got this project,
project.
this idea that's would like to start from events, but not only be limited to events. Would like become something bigger, like, you know. There are many examples that maybe we can talk about, but even not. Anyway, yeah, we would like to start by doing some events, but then if the events goes well, start to do it, with a brand, clothing brand.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a thing that we gotta take step by step. That's what I think.
So what's the first step? Like,
I would say the first step is starting to publicly go out as a group. I would say, and we are moving towards that right now.
Yeah.
Because we have the artistic vision and what we wanted, the message that we want to give out. Obviously, we gotta start moving afterwards. I would say the second step would be to start moving towards logistically wise.
Yeah.
So you guys have like an overall plan already, like of what you want to do. It's like already almost there. You just like need the final steps to like take it to step 2.
Exact.
Okay.
I mean, we are trying to contact a few graphic designer friends, and everything, because first we need like a product to communicate.
Yeah, of course.
By social media. Otherwise, it's difficult to promote the idea. So first we need to have something ready, and when we have it, we start to develop it to the world.
perfect. And what is this vision, this idea that?
We called it One More Time. It's the vision of reliving those moments that you cannot live anymore, I would say. Like really like sum it up to the juice.
Something nostalgic.
Something nostalgic, yeah, that you are reminded of something that you had experienced before, and then maybe you are looking for that feeling of that moment, I would say.
Yeah, and it could be bad or positive, that moment.
Okay.
Because at the end, when you live a moment, even if it wasn't such a pleasure moment, you still want to revive it, because you still think about that moment, and you know. So yeah, sorry.
So what does that look like? Like if I have a memory of going through the streets of Bangladesh with Niloy.
You would
On a
relieve it
scooter?
through.
Sure.
You would
You will
relieve
come
it.
to our event to revive that moment.
You would
Okay,
relieve
okay.
that moment through our events, I would say.
Perfect.
It's a cool concept. So you guys are going to be, from like what I can hear from, is like you guys are going to be making events.
Mhm.
You guys
That's
are gonna
what
be
we
playing
wanna
events?
start,
Okay.
yeah.
And you're going to be playing in the events yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, not just me. I would like to find also other DJs, which
A
I'm
team.
working on. I met a couple of people in the Netherlands. One in Lo-Fi, if you remember, Bruno.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yeah,
no,
sure.
you don't.
No, you don't. Niloy wouldn't remember. Niloy wouldn't remember.
Just to be clear, you were all three present, but
Yeah.
Niloy specifically
No,
will
no,
not
no.
remember.
Only his body was present.
Only his body.
Yes.
I was in the bathroom when you guys met this guy.
Aha. Yeah.
No, you weren't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Mentally, you were still stuck in the
I was in the bathroom, guys. What the fuck?
Mentally, he was stuck in the bathroom. Yes. But yeah, like we found DJs. I think we have also the photography side. Hey, but what we need mostly, like I told them as well, is somebody that would help us logistically wise, as in finding the right clubs to start working with.
That's the biggest struggle, at least I can speak from Unit 240, is
Exactly.
finding the people and negotiating with artists and negotiating with the clubs.
Well, it's a struggle until you know some people. If you know people, it becomes less of a
No,
struggle.
even then, because every time you need to negotiate a new contract, and like you have so many different ways to funnel the money and to split the money.
Yeah. But the more people you are, the problem is that it becomes more complicated.
Would you say like at the beginning it's easier so to just say that it's fine if you guys don't pay me as long as I'm just getting paid in exposure and they see that you're like a good DJ and that's like, it benefits us and it benefits you at the same time.
That's what we going for.
I mean, you got like you got all the official like clubs that are like, you know, the ones that you know the names of. And those are always harder to approach because you need like something very concrete and blah, blah, blah. The KVK as well. But then you have like all of these, especially in Amsterdam, like just, how do you say, like makeshift venues that somebody thought, oh, I have this space, I want to make it into a club or something.
Yeah.
Not even a club, maybe like just an event venue, right? And there's a lot of like good opportunities to start with. And it's like 50 to 150 people, maybe 200 people.
How about that?
Or even the second stages of big clubs.
Yeah, exactly.
Second rooms.
Yeah.
Because if you wanna organize an event from scratch, you need to put together too many things. But if you just wanna host like the second room of a bigger club, maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's I think our second aim. First name, as I said before, is just start to give out a product. Start to have a concrete product.
Right.
What would the product be? Like merch, shirts, t-shirts, stuff like that. Hoodies.
I think the event is one product.
The event is one product.
Yeah, of course.
First, let's take it step by step.
Let's try to keep up step by step.
The idea must be the first thing.
That's the first product.
Because my head, like, it goes to the future right away, like end product.
You're a creative business man, so
you have so much to offer the world if you just got up on the couch, you know.
Is this also a recurring theme in this podcast?
Yeah, no, really.
It's like it's just like other people telling me about their motivations, and they're just like, yeah, nice. And then Matt is telling me
it's because we always interview on this podcast people who have ideas and who are trying to build it, right? And Niloy has so many ideas, and actually a lot better ideas than most of the ones I hear, and a lot of knowledge and stuff like that, and a vision, but just no effort.
No effort.
Soon, man. Soon.
Inshallah. Amsterdam shall bring.
Amsterdam shall bring, bro. Maybe this is not the city for me. Maybe I need to move out of the city. Another city might inspire me to.
I think the further you move away from the chaos, the less you're gonna do.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
that is
because
true.
when you go to Rome, you also just chill too hard, eh?
Rome is different, man. It's like
Rome is vacation
it's
now.
different. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
How is it like for you guys going back home, like in Italy? Does it feel like you still kind of belong there? Does it feel like, oh, I'm back for only vacation?
I mean, for me especially, because I'm from a small town, from Trentino, so I let you imagine the situation. For me, it's very complicated to go back because I can't really relate myself anymore with with the people of my age from that place. Because I see too much gap between how I'm behaving now with the village mentality.
Yeah.
Small. You're never free to expose yourself too much because if you do something, then everyone will know it. So all this kind of village situation.
Yeah.
And for me, every time I go back home is a nice moment. I mean, because I see my parents, I still have some friends there, so I like to go back. But honestly, I'm not so missing home. In this period.
And do you feel a bit limited? Like you have to be careful what you do because of the pressure of like everyone's talking. Yeah. Okay.
And
For me, it was the first time I went back. It was summer, and it felt a bit like I felt distant for sure. I missed after the 7th day, I stayed only for a full week, and on the 6th day, I was like, I want to go back. Like I miss Amsterdam. I miss the vibe the city gives. I miss also my friends that I'm building and the friendships and the relationships I'm building here for sure. But also, yeah, it's just the city it makes you feel warm and cozy from the beginning as soon as you arrive, and you just don't want to leave, I guess.
I really have the opposite experience, man. Like I go back to Rome and I want to stay there, and everything seems so warm and cozy, and I come here and everything seems dead and cold.
No, I have that too. Like I've had that this summer as well, where like I went back, I was like, life was so good, man. You know, like mom made me all the food, woke up, there's breakfast.
But like, you can also make your own food.
No, I know, of course.
But it doesn't taste the same.
I know,
it doesn't taste the same because
it doesn't taste the same.
Cody's is way better than Albert Heijn. Like, like that, at least for me, that's the problem.
No, but I do really love
products.
But I do really love Amsterdam because of the freedom that I'm getting, and like it's really giving me an opportunity to grow as well.
Yeah,
I'm
like
gonna say
in the long term, like obviously I love living here a lot more.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
In the short term, for those 3 weeks that I'm in Italy, I never want to leave.
No, but also now that I've gone back to Italy and I've lived here in Amsterdam, Italy is like, especially Rome, like let's be honest, bro, it's such a shithole. Like it's beautiful and everything,
Rome.
but like the systems behind everything is like
But Rome or Amsterdam?
Rome.
Oh yeah,
Rome,
no.
bro, like the trains don't work, they're broken as fuck.
Rome,
the buses never leave on time.
is a city that never end, like the empire that never ended, and now it's just better that it ends.
Yeah, but this summer I went to a place called Termi, no? And it's like, oh look, there's the biggest waterfall of Europe. Ah, how interesting. And then there's a bunch of tourists there and we're taking photos. How did this waterfall come about? The fucking Romans built it, you know? And they're still fucking living off of that like 2,000 years later. Even the waterfall is Roman.
No, but yeah, it's so shit. Like everything in Rome is completely broken and it doesn't work. And it's unfortunate because there are so many young people that stay in Rome because they're grown. They want to, I don't know, help the families out, or they are closer to their families, and so they stay there.
Yeah,
but the opportunities are equal to zero.
It's really hard, eh?
Yeah,
it's
and
really hard. Yeah. Is there more to do in the north, or is it all of Italy that's kind of like this?
Well, from where I'm from, the situation is different, obviously. Buses arrive on time, trains work. I don't think like the life is so much different. I mean, it's the same thing all over Italy.
Like if you were studying and you needed to get a job, would it be easy to do there where you're from?
Well, to give you an example, in my hometown, the only way to have a career is to be the son of someone. Otherwise, no way. Because it's more because my hometown is a particular situation because it's a small town. We're about max in total. We are around 40,000 persons. But the economy is like booming because we have a lot of tourists. The only thing is that this economy is held by like 5-6 families.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, but
very Italian.
like there are, let's say, 60 hotels.
Right.
Like
10 per family.
Exactly. Something like that. So the only way to become, let's say, rich or at least become someone is to be the son of someone else.
The thing is that I see this in many different situations. Like my mother is a teacher, right? And she's teaches in a technical school in Italy, which they do just programming and computer science. But she tells me every time that she asks to their students, like, what do you guys want to do in life?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll just work in the... I'm good. I'll just work in the company of my parents.
Yeah.
You know, like kids these days...
You do hear that a lot.
In Italy, they don't have a prospect in looking on... So, you know, doing something outside of their boundaries of the family or the city that they live in. They just think, okay, yeah, I will just work with my parents' company and that's it. It is what it is. I will inherit it later and then decide what to do with the money.
And in that way, I guess meritocracy is more of a Dutch cultural thing, right? Because here, if your son, you never tell your son you're going to work in my company. You're going to tell him, go out and
work.
It does happen, but a lot less. It's less cultural, you know?
Yeah.
The norm is, no, we put you in school and then you figure your own life. That's
At 18 years old, That's the door.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. I was the only one in Rome to leave at 18.
No, everyone else left the house at 18 as well, kind of technically. You know, like the people that went to university.
Yeah, like from our school.
From our kind of.
But they're also not that Italian. Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's an Italian thing, right? Like, they do go out, but most of them stay at home. We like staying where we are. That's for sure.
Yeah, we are mammoni, Fran. We are
Exactly.
mammoni.
We
It's
like
also-
our mom.
It's also a very Asian thing, man. Like in Bangladesh, after you get married, like the guy's family,
You're stuck there.
you live with like your mom and dad also. Like even after you're married, is like the thing that people do.
Oh, okay. All together.
Yeah.
It works.
It's like even after marriage, but in Italy, at some point, you guys, even after marriage, it's like, okay, now I'm going to get my own house, like live. Because after a while, you're like, okay, finally, I can move out of my parents' house. But in Bangladesh, it's like, no, I'm going to have a house with my parents also.
I do regret though that like because my whole family is like scattered all over Europe and some of them in Bolivia. So I do regret sometimes that we're not more close together. You know, it would be nice that my grandma lives 2 streets down there and my uncle like one. That would be nice, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead of having to fly around always, but the two sides.
it's the international way,
See,
I
I
guess.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie. C'est la vie.
What does music production look like when it's electronic?
So, what you mean?
Let's say, obviously, I know a little bit about it, but for someone who has no idea how electronic music is produced, like what do you do?
Okay.
You sit down at a laptop, you have like a keyboard, like how does it work?
So there are softwares that there's several that at the end they do all the same thing.
Mhm.
I'm using one which is called Live from Ableton.
Okay.
And I like it because maybe the interface looks weird because at the first time you open the software, you'll be like, what the fuck?
Okay, so it's not something you can just sit down and do easily, or
But yeah, after 1-2 hours, you playing around, you learn it. So music production, it can be done in several modes because you can do everything only by the PC, by computer.
Yeah.
Because at the end you can program your own sound and everything by softwares which are integrated in Ableton Live.
yeah.
Or you can plug some hardwares like drum machines, synthesizers,
Right.
and everything. And of course,
So if we take like old school hip hop or maybe even the first techno tracks, they were made actually like on some sort of physical machine.
so
that-
like the
loops it.
first techno tracks has been produced with the TR-909,
Okay,
which is a
okay.
drum machine that became famous because they have the proper drum techno sound.
Okay,
Like
okay.
that's the one, the 909.
And in there you could like make different sounds and then basically make it run on a loop.
Exactly.
And that was a big thing. Yeah.
Exactly. In techno, since it's all about a loop at the end in the techno, it's more how you can play with the dynamic of the song.
Mm.
Because like, let's say on a hard techno track, at the very end, the structure is the same thing for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Only thing you do is to take out and put in again some elements of the
Okay.
track, like melody, kicks, snares, whatever.
Yeah.
But the main thing is to play with the dynamic by increasing, when before the drop, no, there's the
Yeah.
moment, the build-up moment, the moment where you are.
Yeah.
That's the moment. That's the most important moment of a track.
Yeah.
Because the build-up must give you more energy than the drop itself.
Okay.
Because
Interesting. That.
the drop is the moment that you expect, but
Right.
to arrive at that moment,
You need the build up, the tension. Yeah. Okay.
And so there are several ways to produce music. The nice thing about it is that it's a very personal thing.
Yeah.
Because of course you take inspiration from other producers, but then you need to find your own thing in that word. I'm still trying to find my own genre because my problem is that I like everything.
Okay, yeah.
I like house music, house music, techno, art techno, everything. Really depends on my mood.
And you feel like you need to choose one genre to be a producer in, or?
So that's also a good point because many people says you need to find one genre and put all your efforts in that thing because you can make it only because you need to find your own fan base.
Yeah.
People that are interested in that kind of music, and if you keep grinding in it, then you will maybe find your fortune and fame.
Yeah.
But on the other side, there are several DJs that we can mention, like famous one, like DJ Snake, if you know him.
Yeah.
Then there's another one who's called Gordo. Previously was called DJ Carnage. And many others that are just famous not because they do techno, they do this or that. They just do everything.
Yeah.
That's true.
So yeah, I mean, for a DJ, we were also saying before, for a DJ, I think the most important thing is to focus in the people. I mean, let's talk about the techno. If you don't have a crowd that dance to your music, then you're gone.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good all of a sudden.
Exactly. So it's more important to stay. The most important thing is to stay humble all the time. Like, I don't know. I recently watched an interview of Marco Carla. I don't know if you know him.
No.
He's like one of the biggest Italian DJs when it comes to tech house.
Okay.
He's running an event called Music On, which they do all over the world. Became famous in Ibiza, but okay. Marco Carola said now he's one of the biggest in the tech house world. And he said the most important thing is to be always humble because, okay, you're working on your dream, okay, this, okay, that, but at the end you're just giving to the people a fun moment.
Right.
Okay.
And it works best if you're humble. Or
you're not a doctor. You're not a president of something. You're just making people dance.
Yeah.
So that's why you need to be like not the cool guy, but like the. Yeah. Okay. I will repeat myself once again. Just stay humble.
Yeah. Relaxed a bit, maybe, or.
Because what happened? Maybe okay. Let's do an example. Maybe you do an event. It goes well. After that event, your ego blows, and you feel like you're the new king or whatever. But if you do that, then the people that came to your event will see that you changed, and maybe they will not come to the next one. So you need always to be very careful on your behavior because once you fucked up once, you fucked up. I was running a couple events when I was living in my old town, and I have to admit it. With the first one, I had that thing, like couple of kind of successful moments. My ego blew, and I lost everything.
Yeah, no. It's good you're telling me this. The day after the Patronat event where we did photography, I felt like a king walking around Amsterdam. It's like, damn, yesterday we sold 120 tickets.
I mean, you gotta be proud of yourself.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
So yes, as I like to say. But you always need to remember that if that happen, it's because the people likes the way you are. The way you are, sorry.
Yeah.
If you change,
then your power goes away.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I understand.
Is there kind of like a same dynamic in photography in that sense? Is there like you're such a good photographer that everybody wants you, but then you let your ego go a little bit as a photographer, and then people stop?
No, I think what is important in photography is like the way that, like, if you portray yourself as a confident person to the other people, and you portray yourself as a person that just wants to take a picture of you and take a picture of a nice moment that you are together with somebody else. I think it just brings enough comfort also to the other person that they don't have to feel like that I'm portraying my ego on them, or I'm portraying how important of a photographer I am if I'm working at this event. You know, like I think compared to a DJ, there's much more pressure on how you portray yourself as a person, as a character, compared to a photographer. Like a DJ is somebody that is getting all the attention. The photographer is the one that is portraying the attention
and giving him the attention sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
maybe this is something that we should have started with at the beginning, but maybe we're going towards like the wrap up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind
You
of.
got to shift it.
Yeah, a little bit. But
Yeah.
what are your names? What are your what handles do you guys go by?
Yeah, I think we should have.
Because we should have kind of started with that. It's like, what's
We
your
should've.
DJ? What's your photography name? DJ name?
I'll let my boy start go.
Well, my DJ name.
Yeah, like do you have a stage name? Do you have like something you go by?
So for the last 7 years, I hanged around by the name NMJ.
And I'm Jay.
NMJ,
Okay.
which is basically the first letter of my three names: Nicholas, Michael, Jan.
Okay.
Michael.
But now I recently changed into just my surname, which is ANDELA. And the Italian way is ANDELA.
Andela DJ.
ANDELA DJ. Yeah, because actually, NMJ, yeah, okay, I like it, but I think ANDELA sounds better and it's more unique as also the word itself.
No,
because
very, yeah.
it's not common.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's easier to pronounce and maybe to remember. And yeah, so now I'm call myself ANDELA.
I go by the Third Eye. That is the name of the portfolio, the idea behind the photography and the vision of photography that I have. And yeah, it just came, I guess, with a little thinking and just thinking that I am the person behind the camera and that my eye is the one that is looking at what that moment is for one person, or yeah,
The third eye. Okay.
the third eye on PH.
Are you a very spiritual person?
I would say I believe in.
I think you smoke too much.
Yeah.
I
I think. Would you say are you spiritual person?
I think I'm a very spiritual person. Yeah.
I'm not a spiritual person. I think I am more ground to earth.
I believe in karma.
Okay.
And because yes, karma is a shit. You behave bad with some person,
You're gonna
it's
get that back.
200%
Always.
sure 30 minutes later something bad will happen to you.
Yeah, that's why Niloy is in my life. He's the karma for all the people. I gotta
He's
fix
al-
my karma, man.
Wait,
It's always
this
been
is sorry.
You always been there for him,
Always,
no matter
bro.
what.
Always.
Bringing
Always
bad
through the
good,
worst,
bringing
through the
bad or good.
best. Wait, this is something that we also didn't say, but like at this next part of the podcast, we're gonna have you do a DJ set. We're gonna
Yeah, of
shows.
course,
Are
guys.
you gonna play any of the songs that you produced, or
Yeah, I have a couple
Yeah?
already. I have a couple.
Okay, nice.
So we're gonna get a taste of what Andela,
Andela.
Andela.
what Andela sounds like,
Jesus, this host, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
and you're gonna be taking photos.
I'll be taking some pictures, yes, for sure. That will be uploaded on the portfolio.
Nice.
That's
And
for
also
sure.
for the thumbnail, hopefully.
Or hopefully for the
we can have a
thumbnail.
thumbnail picture
Yeah,
done
and
by
that
a
would be-
professional photographer, bro.
Yeah. There you go. There
We've
you
had
go.
that
So you
problem for
can
so fucking long.
Yeah.
always have your art portrayed.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think of this big Italian flag I bought once?
I feel a bit at home.
Yeah?
Like, I'm covered by my nation.
I spent an hour and a half of my
These are the
afternoon
plans we
It's-
find in Italy as well.
Why you spend 1 hour and a half in the afternoon to do what?
to set all this up, man. Yeah,
Ah,
look,
okay.
that bag of trash is everything I swept off the floor.
But it's kind of
it's nice. It's like
clean.
studio. Yeah, it's nice.
It's nice.
Nice.
And also, why is it so big?
This room,
No,
the flag,
the flag.
because I was kind of like when Niloy met Bruno. I was also not thinking straight. When I bought it. I bought it online along with Chinese style lamp thing.
Oh, but that never came.
It did. It was just broken.
Ah, fuck.
Oh
Yeah,
wow!
It was because like
What was the place where you bought it from?
It was some
Bolt.com.
Wish.
Something like that. Not wish, but something like that. Yeah, because it came as well like 3 weeks after.
No.
You know the
Yeah.
Palestine flag that I got you? Bold.com, bro.
Yeah,
Bold.com.
nice. The only one that's authentic is the Bolivian one. I actually got that one in Bolivia.
Okay.
It's in my room.
Psych.
On
But bene.
Bold.com they sell flags.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah. I might check it out.
Bro, Bold.com got every flag you could ever want.
I might check it out.
Amen.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for this conversation. Stick
Oh.
around for the DJ set.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm not sure how long it's gonna be, but if it's like more than 30 minutes, 1 hour, maybe we post the second part somewhere else. Let's see
let's see.
if you want to upload it somewhere. for
Yeah,
yourself.
okay, that's fine. Then first we record it, then we
see
managed to.
Yeah, let's see if we can set it up.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having us.
No
It was
problem,
really
no
nice.
Well, thank you guys
finally.
for actually setting it up because you guys did most of the setting up. And we just were like, okay, fine, we'll do it on the Sunday.
This is last story before we stop. Like the way this happened, like
Oh yeah.
the first time I meet Nico, he comes to me at this event like, hey, your fucking co-host is not setting shit up. You know, like, let's do it Sunday. And I was like, yeah, thank you. Because, you know, I do everything else. You're just supposed to set it up. And the
Amen.
thumbnails, bro.
Bro, it's from May that we discussed it.
From May, bro.
From May that
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Motherfucker.
Hey, but hey,
or even April. Or,
it finally
Yeah, I think it
happened,
was
guys.
It's not like it was busy in the meantime. We haven't really done
I
any
was
others.
so
Just the one with
busy,
Kelly.
guys. Yeah,
oh my
true.
god,
So-
my agenda, bro.
It's like,
Is that that's right? You always gotta pull out the agenda in the Netherlands.
I actually have an agenda now.
Book
bro.
me for a half an hour meeting in 2 months so we can discuss when we do it.
Hey, man, everybody wants a piece of Niloy. There's nothing I can do about it, bro.
All right, guys.
Hey,
thank you so much for coming
No,
out.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao, raga.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bella.
Raga, fammoci una canna.
Ghana.
Is it still recording?
Energetic. 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 You know I get down. 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 You know I get energetic. Energetic. agenda. This is my agenda. This is my issue with you that I like the way you move. I'd like to get closer. You see, I like the way you move. I'd like to get closer. Damn. Take another look. I'd like to get closer. This is my agenda. I'd like to get closer. This is my agenda. The way the mood, the room, the boom absorbs your movement. I have an agenda, and that agenda is you. I'd like to get closer. You see, I like the way you move. I'd like to get closer. Damn. Take another look. I'd like to
be a man of wisdom now, a man of mind and man of life.